All right, so now that we got our beautiful Tribute Superbird with the first ever Hell Crate engine installed and controller, we can get kind of back to things being normal around here. It was pretty manic there for a while. Don't get me wrong, there's 102 cars in progress right now, so we're always a little manic. So one of the first cars I want to get started on is one of the closest ones to being done. It's our 1969 GTX. It's a 440 automatic Seafoam turquoise. So you recognize the Q5 code? Our Hemi Roadrunner last season was a Q5 Seafoam turquoise. This car has a black top, black interior. Pretty neat little color scheme, 440 automatic, not a lot of options on it. Why didn't he select a lot of options? I'm gonna take some time here shortly and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you the book that he selected it from with all of the options that were available and what those options could have cost. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna let Doug build out the engine, get it all put together, get all the bits and pieces put on it so we can move it down to Will. My goal is, Doug builds the engine, Will paints it, Doug gets the rest of the suspension ready to go in, we get all the pieces under the hood bolted in, and we can put a drivetrain in it this week. So that's the goal. We're gonna use an original book that the dealers used back in the day. This was how color and trim and other options were picked out by a potential buyer of a car. So again, this is an original piece of nomenclature from 1969. We open it up, we can see right here it says 1969 Plymouth Review. There's some notes in here, but you know that this is an authentic Plymouth Chrysler Division book. I have our fender tag marking the GTX area, but so we'll just set the fender tag right over here. If we look at our tag, we're gonna talk about the colors and the trim right now, not the R11, which is the radio, but let's talk about the V1X. That means it gets a black vinyl top. The body color is Q5, that's Seafoam turquoise. So if we were sitting on that showroom floor right now trying to pick out the color of our new GTX, we'd take this and open it up to the Seafoam turquoise. So Doug is my cousin. That's why I call him Cousin Dougie or Cousin Duct Tape or whatever. We just grew up together, so we're not just relatives, but we're really good friends. Doug is a really good, conscientious technician. He knows right to go to the wall and get this wire retainer kit, this heat shield kit. So yeah, he's at a point now where I think he's really enjoying it. He's able to get past all the nervy things and really take his time and do a good job. These were all colors that were available. So this is the color that matches this right here. If you take the tag over there, they're pretty close. The other thing on our tag, you'll see is V6W. That's the accent stripe, the longitudinal accent stripe. So at the back of this book, the salesman could pull out these little swatches here, white one. So you can lay that down over it. But there's your outside colors. You have your turquoise, you have your white, and then you would have a black vinyl top, which they don't actually have the swatch of in here. Then on the interior colors, they went with the basic black. So this is the page. These are actual, real samples of the material that was put on the assembly line cars. This is the cool part. Now this gentleman picked out P6X. The P meant it was premium, the 6 meant bucket seats, and the X meant black. So he has black bucket seat interior. P6X, you see it right there. This color combination, now this has an insert and an outer edge to the seat. That's why there's two different textures that make up that seat, but that's your black material. It was available on all Sport Satellite and GTX colors. So no matter what color the outside of the car was, you could get a black interior. The thing about Doug is he's a man of few words. If you watch him, I mean, it's not like he dummies up when the cameras come on. That's just who he is. He's just a man of few words. He's a deep thinker, right? He's that guy on the stone, you know, made out of stone that's thinking all the time. He's always thinking. I think he's proud to work here. I bet he's probably proud of the fact, because he knows where I came from, that this is really a self-built thing, just by hard work and dedication and believing in a dream. I imagine he feels that way, and he probably is more apt to share that with other people than with me. So again, there's all kinds of combinations, but there's also not every combination in the world. Let's say you liked a tan interior, this hideous color right here, P6T. Said, I want that interior and I want it with a blue outside. What wasn't available? You can see here, F3, F5, F8, those are your greens. L1, which is our sand pebble, sorry, I think, see, it was available with that color. The T7 coppers was available with them right there. So it was never available with some of these other colors. So the main point of all that is, if you're building a car today, you can't, unless you're deviating from the fender tag right here, then you have to stay within what was available from the factory. And there's nothing on this planet that's gonna be more accurate than the original book that you ordered from back in 1969.